Have you ever stopped to think about what defines a person? Name, origin, choices. Now imagine being given a name and spending your entire life running from it. Why? What drives someone to erase their own identity? This is the story of Tom Marvolo Riddle, or, as the world came to know him, Lord Voldemort, London, 1926. In the small Grimwalls orphanage, a boy was born with a fate already written, yet one no one could predict. His mother, Merope Gaunt, was a witch from an ancient lineage, a direct descendant of Salazar Slytherin. His father, a muggle named Tom Riddle Sr., who never wanted to be part of this story, and, in fact, he wasn't. As soon as the love potion Merope used on him wore off, he fled, abandoning mother and child to their fate. Merope died shortly after childbirth, and little Tom grew up, not knowing who he was, without love, without a home. But one thing he knew, he was different. Even as a child, he began to display strange abilities. He could do things no one else could, and, unlike other boys, he wasn't afraid of it. He loved it. Manipulating, scaring, torturing. It all made him feel powerful. A power no one would ever take from him. In 1938, a tall man with a long beard and wise eyes appeared at the orphanage. His name, Albus Dumbledore. "You are a wizard, Tom." With these words, his life changed. Hogwarts wasn't just a school for him, it was a laboratory. There, he discovered his true heritage, his pure blood ancestry through his mother, and found a cause to embrace: wizard supremacy over muggles. And so began his obsession with immortality. The idea of being just another human, living and dying like any other, was unacceptable. He needed to be eternal. And to achieve that, he did the unthinkable. He split his soul, horcruxes, 7 pieces, 7 murders, each one stealing away a part of his humanity. From that point on, he was no longer Tom Riddle, he was Lord Voldemort. But why reject his own name? Tom Riddle was a symbol of everything he despised: his half-muggle heritage, the father who abandoned him, the weakness of his mother, the humanity he loathed. By creating the anagram, "I am Lord Voldemort," he freed himself from his old identity. No longer just an orphan boy, he became the most feared wizard of all time. But here lies the irony. In trying to erase his identity, he only reinforced his own legend. Those who feared him dared not speak his name. He whom not be named, the Dark Lord. But Dumbledore knew the truth. Giving power to a name makes it invincible, and that's exactly what Voldemort did to himself. His thirst for immortality took him far, but it was also his downfall. By trying to kill a baby, a mere baby, Voldemort sealed his fate. Harry Potter, the boy who lived, carried within him the flaw in the perfect plan. For years, Voldemort wandered as a shadow, unable to regain his body. When he finally did, it was only to face his own destruction. He lost everything: followers, horcruxes, and, ultimately, the war. And in the final moment, facing Harry Potter, with no more tricks or escapes, the truth was brutal. Tom Riddle was alone, and always had been. His last spell backfired. His body fell. His shattered soul found no rest. And so ended the story of the wizard who tried to erase his humanity and paid the ultimate price. In the end, Tom Riddle tried to shape the world to his will, but, ironically, he never managed to free himself from his own name. His past chased him to the very last second. So here's the question: can we really run from who we are? Or, in the end, does the truth always find a way to catch up with us?